We got a lot to talk about, y'all. We got to talk about BET because they just had their BET Awards over the weekend, this past Sunday. So we'll be talking about that in a few minutes. And then we got to talk, like you said, we got to talk about King Randall and his school situation. We also got to talk about Pusha T versus Jim Jones. You know, that's heating up a little bit. We're going to see what that happens with that. Let me see. We got to talk about Ice Cube a little bit more, so we're going to go ahead and, matter of fact, that might be the best topic to go ahead and jump into now since we already kind of mentioned Ice Cube. Let's go ahead and talk about him. So, his Big Three tournament, which a lot of y'all may not know, you know, he's got the Big Three basketball tournament where he gets basketball players who are maybe retired from the NBA and stuff like that to join in a 3-on-3 tournament. So you still get a little celebrity, you know what I mean? You still get a little basketball from some of your favorites who, tip that one. Yeah, right there. That's good. That's good right there. Cool. Sorry. Nah, you good. So, you know, the Big Three is a nice tournament, man. It's really keeping basketball and nostalgia alive, you know what I mean? So we're finding out that he's really being blackballed by the industry. And Howard's going to tell us a little bit more about that. So what have you heard about that? So
from what I understand, he watched Instagram, you know, did Instagram Live. He was basically saying that pretty much since he just alluded to, since he did the contract Black America, which by the way, Joe Biden has not sat and met with Ice Cube.
Exactly.
Yet.
Not at all.
Yeah.
And his terms is almost over. You know what I mean? He got one more year and he done.
Yeah, but so he haven't met with him yet. So with that, him doing that, I think what they did, they kind of blackballed him because it's like, okay, so you're trying to get, you know, just that and the third, so we just gonna have to shut you out. So, because at first the NBA was supporting it a little bit, and you know he was trying to just get, you know, things going on. And so he was just saying, look, you know, so I should be obviously right now that I'm not in the club.
Right.
I'm not in the club. Y'all know who they are, the gatekeepers. So it's like, it's going to be a fun summer. He's going to go do a podcast tour. It'd be great for us to interview him. It would be great. But he's like, look, we're going to do Fuck the Gatekeepers podcast tour.
Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. Let's slap him in the head with that and let's cheer him on for that one. Yeah, man. So yeah, I'm with that, man.
I had that Ice Cube today, boy.
Yeah, man.
Her payback's a motherfucking nigga. That's why I said y'all treating me like a goddamn stepchild. Fuck a punk, cause I ain't him. He got a hit with a 9-double-M.
Sir. Yes, sir. Y'all don't want that Ice Cube.
Oh man, no, you don't.
You know what I mean? That goddamn, I'm glad y'all
set it off. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Ice Cube, he always up for a challenge.
Yes,
so,
sir.
I'm mad that they trying to blackball him, but you know, he gonna do what he got to do to get the message out there. So
I remember that started when we was just, like I said, when we started this. That's when that just started.
Yeah.
And yeah, man. I mean, because to me, I think it's good to have different things. Just like, you know, someone was saying about the XFL. It's like NFL's acting like they sponsoring, but they ain't really with it like that. But it's good to have some type of healthy competition because you grow out of that. I mean, monopolies and shit, it's just, you know what I'm saying? It's, you know, okay, I'm making all this money, but then you're like for these monopoly motherfuckers, they're snuffing out creativity.
Yeah.
That's what made things great back then. You had creativity and people were like, wow, we can do this. And but now it's just like everybody's just so greedy about money that the creativity is kind of just stifled. I mean, you still got now I will say this, like you still got the TikTokers and all this other stuff. I'll give y'all that. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, as far as on creativity and stuff, but like as far as like corporate or creativity is stifled.
Yeah. So y'all let us know what y'all think about that in the comments, man, because we want to hear from y'all. And let's have a healthy dialogue about that. You know what I mean? Because, you know, my man Ice Cube was really trying to put forth some effort. You know what I mean? And I like that about him. A lot of people criticize him about this contract for Black America, like, oh, he don't speak for us. Well, I mean, yeah, he may not know everybody's opinion, but at least he's trying some shit.
The thing of it is, hell, he was trying to make shit better for y'all.
Exactly.
But what it is, you got these fucking shrills like fucking Roland Martin, fat, I'm big too, little fat pig, like bleep, 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 looking like a Porky Pig and shit.
Right.
Not that fucking shit up for us. He over there just trying to worry about, like, we need to get more Democratic votes. Nah, we need it. Nah, fuck that. A shout out to John Boyd Jr. I want to shout them out since coming to, since we're talking about the Ice Cube thing. John Boyd Jr. is a black farmer who actually met with not Barack Obama. He probably has, but he was a lifelong Democrat. He said, "Listen, I am not voting Democrat because Joe Biden broke his promise on these black farms. They needed loan forgiveness. They have not done anything. Because you know what? People were criticizing him like, oh, he went on Fox News. Like, look, we got to let people know that the black vote's for sale, folks.
Yeah.
It blew my mind. I want to shout out Hip Hop Media again, TD Media. Like, the reason why they fight for the black vote, and I mean, I'm sorry that this is kind of it's off the subject, on the subject, but the reason they fight for the black vote, because they know that it is guaranteed that they're going to get those votes. We might be the lowest of the population, but we never really budge.
Right.
And all these other groups kind of mix. They fluctuate back and forth. We're the only one that's solid. That's why they fight for us. Like, it was overly, like the graph he was showing, it was overwhelmingly like 80, 90% black people voting Democrat. I'm not saying not vote Democrat. That's what I'm not saying. I'm not saying vote, because I'm not saying vote Republican either. Fuck them too.
Right.
But the thing of it is, we need to start to vote for people that said they're going to do what they're going to do by us. That's what Ice Cube was trying to do. That's what John Boyd Jr. is trying to do. That's what a lot of these other constituents are trying to do that's, outside of that. If we don't get wise to that, man, I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
Yeah, man. Really. Got to get wise, man. So, we're not telling you which way to vote. We're saying, all of them, or both of them, the blue and the red, the right and the left, they both, be bullshitting. You know what I mean? One of them is just more obvious with their racism and shit. The other one just do a sneak.
Oh yeah, I mean, one thing I can respect about the Republicans, they ain't cater to us and none of that shit.
Yeah,
they ain't doing that. I mean, the recent Republicans, because they be like, well, you should vote for Republicans. Republicans freed the slave. Yeah, but it was a different type of Republican back then too.
Yeah, definitely did.
And then actually, black people were Republicans because Republicans, back in those times, most of them were anti-abolitionists and all that. Well, I mean, abolitionists.
Yeah.
Abolishing slavery and stuff like that. The Democrats fought to keep you in slavery.
Yep. Absolutely. So, they just two sides of the same coin.
Oh yeah, facts.
But yeah, so again, y'all let us know what y'all think about that in the comments so we can keep a healthy dialogue about that. But I guess it might be a good time to segue, since you mentioned Roland Martin and we mentioned King Randall. Let's go ahead and talk about him in the school situation, man. So you're telling me that his school got vandalized?
His school was vandalized. I think it happened this past Sunday. There was actually an incident. It got broken into before, but they was able to handle it. The kids were sound asleep because this is kind of like a boarding house too. But the kids were sound asleep and they was able to take care of it. The next time, they went in and went ape shit. Like, they broke all this man's stuff. It was bad.
That's crazy.
Like, I didn't know how bad it was until the videos released of it. But the sad thing is, it's like the good thing is he got him.
Oh,
he had him at gunpoint, but the thing of it is, the kid saw that. So he was kind of upset about that because kids shouldn't see that.
What kind of stuff did they vandalize?
Man, they had toilets. I really wish I could pull up the video. They ripped toilets out the ground. they ripped, well, out the wall, sinks out the wall. I mean, they did a number on that.
That's
you
crazy,
know what I'm saying? Because I mean,
crazy.
because he was even explaining, like, I understand, like, if it was, you know what I'm saying, like, if it was just a couple of like they, smashed the window, did a little graffiti.
Yeah.
But yeah, the fact that you ripped out sinks and ripped out toilets, I mean, you're trying to create hardship.
Right.
And that was,
that's you're really trying to do some damage if you're taking out toilets and whatnot. I mean, there's no point in it. You're just trying to prove that you don't like this man and what he's trying to do. You know what I mean?
No, fact.
So we lost.
Yeah, that one was about to die.
Okay, that's cool.
It's all good. I was gonna show right here. So this is, I tried to screenshot.
Okay.
So this is the actual what you can give. The X for boy.org. I'm gonna put it on the screen if you just check. So if y'all can see that, I don't know if you can see it well or not because I'm kind of
probably hard to see.
But we'll probably
I'll try to attach it to this.
But definitely try to. I'm gonna try to throw a little something. But yeah, man, I want that to be into fruition because this man, it's really sad. It's like on one hand, you want black, in particular, like black young boys, you want them to be compliant. You want them to be yes sir, no sir. But then the other hand, you want for them to be like docile, not being able to defend for themselves, to actually have to be able to work with their hands to like, okay, I may not be able to get a tech job, but you know what? I can repair a car. And I know, people's cars are going to break down. So I know how to do that. You know what I'm saying? I know how to, like a lot of the stuff he was saying, his numbers, a lot of them, they were good with auto work. A lot of them were good with contract work. Like 90.1% contract work.
Wow.
Said 0.01% will be repeated offender.
Wow.
So to me, I feel like they saying like, look, these black kids are going to be dangerous. We need them to be dependent on the government.
Right.
We need for them to be a part of our narrative. We don't want them thinking for themselves. We don't want them working for themselves.
Yeah.
We don't want them working for other black people so they can create a community. We don't want that. We got to shut it down. I mean, and this man ain't bothering nobody. Ain't bothering. He's just trying like, look, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to help the dude. And one thing I could give to him, I want to shout him out again, because in the video he said, like I said, a lot of the stuff that happened to that man. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to hit a lot of stuff that happened to him. People would be very, very disencouraged.
Wow.
Discouraged. Excuse me, disencouraged. Making up words. Discouraged. But the fact that, hey, we're going to move forward. We're going to move on.
Yeah.
That right there in itself gave me like, look, this man was willing to move forward.
Yeah. That's inspirational right there.
Yeah, man. And that's what I'm saying. This is a young man. This man could have been out here trying to be a rapper, trying to, chase women, shooting the shit, shooting up shit. But this man is actually like, look, I'm taking these young men to be responsible in my little community. It's a fucking problem. So like, what the fuck y'all want? Do y'all want him to actually make these kids be responsible and be grown men? Or do y'all just want, a bunch of little 65 little pussy boys? I'm gonna be right real with you right now. Fuck it. Y'all just want a bunch of pussy boy ass motherfuckers. I think that's what y'all want.
Right.
Y'all don't want nobody to come up here and have fucking skills.
Right.
It's fucking ridiculous, man.
Exactly.
Shit.
Man.
I really wish that, like, when I was coming up, we had something like that here. I hope he implements enough. I'm glad he's doing his thing in Auburn, Georgia, because he does need to do that. He does need to. But I'll be happy when he expands this thing. Like if it comes to Carolina, if it comes to New York, so people can act, so these kids can actually have skill set. But yeah, I'm sorry, man.
You good, man.
And I get passionate about that.
Yeah,
stuff,
I mean,
man.
shout out to King Randall, man. I mean, that man is putting in a lot of work. Like you say, he's still young, and he's putting his, life energy into trying to do something good for young kids. You know what I mean? So I can't say enough, man. I'm proud of that dude, man. And that's why it really bothered us when Roland Martin was giving him a hard time, and that's why we had that video about it. Y'all can go back in our archives and see where we talked about that. I think that probably got the most video views out of any of our videos, because, man, it's like, dude, what is wrong with you?
Yeah,
So,
I mean, and the thing of it is, not everybody, it'd be one thing if he was trying to educate him on the voting progress and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But all he was saying on that interview was like, listen, that's not me. That's not my thing. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to do this. And that's okay. Everybody can't be a political pundit. You can't have you know what I'm saying? So like, you want us, it's kind of stupid. It's like, you want us to fix shit, but then you want us to be like this political pundit. Then you want us to be like, come on, man. Like,
right.
Everybody can't function, do different, the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And his passion and his project and his focus was on this. It don't really, because to him, it don't matter who's in office, long as we doing the work and churning out the work that we need to do to make sure that we're going to be okay. That's what we need to do. Yes, there's things we have to vote on that, that can impact us in ways if we don't vote. I get that. But just to vote Democrat is fucking been bananas. And that's the thing. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And that's what like fucking Roland Martin is. He's just like, yeah, we just gonna drum up these Democratic votes.
Right.
Like, and
exactly.
it's like, no.
Exactly. That's not what it's all about.
No.
So yeah, man, y'all let us know what y'all think about that in the comments. We appreciate anything that y'all can do. And please, don't forget, like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Do it now. We need funds allocated, you know what I mean? So we can help King Randall with the school.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
So, yeah. Anyway, we'll move on. We don't want to keep you. I got a few more topics.
But throw some shit. So,
right.
I need to calm down.
On to a happier topic. I found out Mass Appeal, shout out to them, Mass Appeal Media and Records, they are doing a documentary on Rap City.
Okay,
so
that's what's up.
Dope, man. It's coming out in October from what I understand. So shout out to Mass Appeal. You know, Nas is involved with that. He's part owner of that, and all his music I think gets put out on that, and a few other artists. So yeah, I'm sure they did the documentary on the one I told you about not too long ago on the Ralph McDaniels show.
Okay,
Video Music Box. Video Music Box.
Yeah.
They did a documentary on that. Was
now
dope, man.
is
really
that
dope.
now? Are they when they release these? Are they on own site or is it on like Showtime or?
I believe the one that they did on Video Music Box was on some channel like Showtime or HBO Max or something like that, or Netflix or some shit. It was on something. I don't know if they hard press them on DVD or anything. I don't know, but if I find out, I will let y'all know. But yeah, I think they do them on some sort of network, but they haven't mentioned this one yet. They just said that it's coming out in October, so we'll probably start seeing ads about it starting maybe in late July and August. We'll probably start seeing ads about it then. They were just putting the word out there. So yeah, that's dope, man. Shout out to Mass Appeal for that. and I think they really are for the culture. You know what I mean? So I shout out to Nas, man, just in general for that.
Yep.
So anyway, one other bit of good news that I found out, which is dope for this area, Seattle, Washington, it is legal to do graffiti wherever the fuck you want.
The face of the community, bitches. The face of the community.
Yes, sir. So they have a new law out that way for Seattle, Washington, where, if you express your creativity, nobody can't just call the cops on you. It is what it is. It's just creativity.
Well, I mean, will they, you know what I'm saying? Will they be able to, you got to have a designated place? Because I'm pretty sure they're not going to be like, yeah, just tag up the whole shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I would imagine there's probably some little stipulations to it, but I couldn't find anything that specified what that might be. So if anybody knows more about that, let me know. Let us know. Put it in the comments. Give us a link. Share whatever you can. But, I do think that that's dope that, just that they can't be crucified just for doing a little graffiti. You know what I mean? It ain't really that big of an art anymore, but, there are some people who like to do murals and things like that. So, if I was a small business owner, I'd be like, yeah, do a mural on the side of my building.
Hell yeah. So people come through. Yeah, because people going to come through. And because really, if you think about it, that's going to drum up business for you.
Yeah.
Because people are going to be like, man, that shit crazy. Because
Yeah.
all these other buildings are going to be plain. They just going to be boring. They just all brick building.
Right.
Oh, not so brick building.
Exactly.
Oh, white building. Oh, this is where you get,
Right.
and then it's like, oh man, what the fuck is this shit?
Right,
It's
exactly.
got orange and blues and all type of let me see what this shit is. And then find out it'd be like, yeah, this is where you have your prostate exam. I was like, oh shit.
Right.
But still, you would probably come in just to check it out.
Yeah, man. So yeah, I think it's dope, man. How they doing that? So, but yeah. So we can go ahead and move on. Just wanted to give a shout out to Seattle, Washington for approving that.